My name is Jason Hunter, and my topic is the history of American football, and this is my audience. In the 1920s, Harvard and Princeton, two Ivy League schools, both had football teams, but never really played till 1930s because each had completely different set of rules and different playing styles of the game. And then it was mob style and really hostile football, and in the 1860s it was banned from the schools because it was vile, too dangerous. Much like soccer and rugby, they mostly involve kicking and backwards passes or laterals because the forward pass was not thrown into the game yet. Then after the ban, Boston kids, still preppy little boys, as we'd call them, still continued to play the game, even though despite of the danger of the ban from colleges. These kids were high school teenagers and younger kids that just wanted to play because they watched games, they thought they were fun. Then the colleges decided to try to let the game back in because the Boston style of the football games were slightly different than the Princeton and other Ivy League schools' ways before. This started the Oneida Football Club, thought that's the first formal football club. This had or tried to establish a set of rules that everyone could go by. But the rules still varied from college to college, and they just had to play by the home team's rules. Kick versus carry. Most schools would say you had to kick the ball, and some would say you had to carry the ball. It all depends on who you were and where you were playing. It's, like I said, home team's advantage. The difference between old football and football today was that old football, you could only pass backwards. You didn't have a center and a format of snapping the ball to a quarterback and handing the ball to the quarterback and throwing a pass down the field. There's none of that. If you line up, somebody just throws the ball back and you just run down the field. Or the kick style, which was somebody kicks off the ball and you pitch the ball backwards until you get to the end zone. The touchdown. The touchdown wasn't invented until later in the game when you actually had to run through the touchdown and touch the ball on the ground, which was inside the goal line. Before that, you just ran, and if you got past a certain point, they just called it a score. It wasn't a touchdown until then. Then in the 1870s, Walter Camp, a student from Yale that also played football, gave us the field play that we know today as the 11-man field and reduced it from 15 to 11. And that's my speech. It's horrible. That's horrible, but it's